Manchester United humiliated at Old Trafford today, losing 3-1 to Brighton in what was a despicable display and embarrassing in every aspect. I was there, and another man who was there with me is obviously the legend, my man. Everyone, I say everyone's man, that's the wrong thing to say. He's not everyone's man. He's quite, he's certain people's man. It's Saeed from saeedtv. Before we get into that, we are obviously back on UTD. Before we get into this little review of the game, be sure like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's a channel that is growing. I'm very passionate about this channel right now, and I want you all to become a member of the team. So yeah, big up to everyone that has already subscribed. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you're obviously checking out Saeed. He's the leader in what he does. I'm lucky enough to feature on his channel, so it's great that he's here with me this evening to try and a bit more therapy. We've just done a podcast over on his channel, the Unfiltered Podcast. Make sure you check that out. That was definitely a therapy session. So this is a little bit more of an unwind, and hopefully we're a bit calmer now, so we can talk about the game in a little bit more sense. And I was very emotional. I'll be honest, I was very emotional. But I'm the host now, so I get to ask the questions and feed off. Saeed. So Saeed, I mean, yeah, it's a long-winded way of introducing you, but big up. Thank you so much for coming onto the channel, bro. It's
thank you, all. This is a pleasure, man. Big up to AFC. Let's get him up. Let's get the subscribers up. Let's make his channel better than what Man United is at the minute. Because listen, we are not great at the minute, man. And today was just and the game was just an indictment of how bad we are at the minute, man. I can't lie to you, man. We are poor, and I'm worried. I can't lie to you, AA. I've never been worried under Ten Hag, but I'm worried right now. I'm really, really am worried right now. I feel like for me, the booing today was crazy, man. I couldn't believe it. Like the crowd were very, very animated. The crowd were also on top of Ten Hag's decisions. They were on top of players. It was very, very toxic. And normally, I look at the crowd and I think, you know what? It's been positive this season. We've even look at the Forest game. There's been a couple of games where I thought, but this season we look agitated. We kick on. And this season, 3 game losses already. 3 times we lost already out of 5 games.
It's not good, is it? Worrying. Like you said, it's very worrying.
Very worrying. Bad, that, man. 3 losses already is not good enough, man. I'm sorry, guys. It ain't good enough already. And we're what in September?
5 games in.
It's a joke.
It's like you say, mate. It's a really worrying situation. But let's go back to the. I mean, on this week I've been on some spaces, and United fans were saying wins for us against this Brighton team, who they've lost to West Ham, but in the main,
a little bit
have improved massively. With you and how where you stood on it, I mean, we start with the starting lineup. From there, for me personally, I'm worried. What were your thoughts on what the team he was putting out, and where you thought we could have won this game with that team?
I thought the lineup for me, I wanted Pelessi to start, but I also said to fans here, don't expect Bruno to be playing on the right. In totality, he didn't really play on the right. He played in the diamond formation. You had McTominay on the right, you had Ericsson on the left, you had Rashford and Højlund up front. But it worked for 20 minutes. And okay, the first half, they didn't really create a lot, but we didn't. I thought, obviously, we had chances, we hit the post twice and whatnot, but I feel like our shape was still poor in that aspect. I still think we were vulnerable to A, not pressing well enough, and B, just not defending as a unit. There were certain times where they carved us open. Yeah. But I just look at it as I'm like, what is this team doing, man? Like, and especially when I look at the first 11, Pelessi was there, ready to be big. But Tommy, how does he deserve to come straight into the team? I don't get it.
No.
But yeah, he just goes straight into the team. And again, anonymous. Absolutely anonymous. You know? And again, Pelessi comes in. But I was like, you know what? Let's just get the win. I was there outside Old Trafford, you and your dad and whatnot. It's like, you know what? Let's just get the win and just get out of here. Like, go home, relax. But I'm sorry, man. This ain't good enough for me, United, man. And when I looked at Brighton's team, and I was like, whoa, they've got a lot of players out. Well, okay, we have to take advantage. And honestly, they got the goal first, and that was kind of like it locked the sail out the window because I thought we played all right for the first 20 minutes, and then they scored, sucker punched us. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But it's almost their first real attack. They went up the pitch and scored. And I said to you earlier, I think this team is very weak, and they're very weak mentally, and they let little things bother them. And once they do that, like last game against Arsenal, after the Garnacho goal was given against us, I was adamant we would lose. And today, I saw the same pattern emerge. That goal, we give it away that goal. They then got the ungiven goal for Hoyland, and we never looked capable of getting back into this game. And for you, Brighton really did show what great teams do. They latch onto weaknesses and they put you to the sword. Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see
Facts.
Brighton? You saw. You say you saw the Brighton team and already got some players out. With Brighton, do you see an identity where Manchester United are lost and it's Vibes FC right now? Is that how you see us?
Yeah, that's what I see with Man United, though. I see just Vibes FC. I see us just, playing through the motions. I don't really see what's going on at the minute. I don't see what he's trying to do. I don't really, but I see Brighton that know what they're doing, what patterns to play, where to play the ball. Players are instructed to do certain things. They know what they're doing. And today they've got an easy 3 points.
Yeah,
We started the era so badly off them, and it's almost like I'm not saying it feels like the end of an era, but it feels like the start of trouble for Man United. And that's what it was. It was the start of trouble under Ten Hag, where he had to find his moment and find his feet. And then it was the
yeah,
start of the trouble. And now it feels like it's come back to it. The football that they're playing is too much for us. And that's what we couldn't handle. Couldn't handle the intricacies of what they were trying to do. And for me, Ten Hag, I'm sorry, man, but the second half was abysmal. First half, I could have said, you know what, we should have built. We've never built on what we've done in the first half. It's either one half is bad or one half is great. It's never 90 minutes United can't give you. And
yeah.
that, for me, is something that I think Ten Hag has struggled with since he's come to the football club, is build a consistent 90-minute football.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's worrying that we can't keep our heads in the game for that period of time and play football. I say play football. I don't see us play any type of football Eric Ten Hag wants us to do. If we go
No.
back to the game today, there was debuts for Reguilon and
Yeah.
Hoyland. Hoyland, the big one that everyone wanted to see at Old Trafford today. I personally was. I think that was the only thing I was excited for the game for, bro. To be honest with you, was seeing him live in the flesh for the first time. How do you think
Yeah.
both of those did today in their respective debuts?
Regular didn't do too bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really want him, and I made that vocal, but I don't think he did that bad today. If I'm being honest with you, I thought defensively, okay, he was a bit naive, got caught out, but in terms of offensively, the crosses weren't too bad. I thought he did well in terms of the 50-50s. He got stuck in, got the crowd up a little bit. He showed a bit of hunger, showed a bit of desire for me.
Yeah,
And obviously, Hoyland was excellent, man. I can't fault Hoyland's kind of performance. And again, he came off the wrong moment. You can tell he put his head down and he was almost like puzzled, as in, why is he coming off? This is his moment to score. And I
yeah,
just said to myself, like, what is Ten Hag doing? I just didn't get it. I didn't get the reason why he took him off. But I thought overall he held up the ball well. He brought people into play. He had a few good moments. You could see what he was trying to do, but.
yeah. I think it goes back to what you said about the crowd really being on edge, and I think that really did tip them over the edge. That strange decision to substitute him when really he was only really our attacking force. I think in the second half he was getting some good moments in the box. He just didn't fall for him the right way down near the Stretford end. What does it take for this manager to finally take off Bruno and Rashford when they are putting in stinkers like that?
Don't do this to me, man.
What
Don't
does
do
it
this to
what
me,
does it
bro.
take? Saeed, I need an answer from you, mate, because I'm struggling
Uh,
to understand how these two players can get away with these performances every time.
bro, listen. For me, I look at it and I'm like, you know, Rashford, he may get like. I remember Bruno. He didn't come off the game against. I think it was it? Yeah, it was against Wolves. He played badly against Wolves,
Yeah,
but he played the ball over to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka crossed it onto to Varane. I thought
yeah,
maybe that's why. But listen, I thought Rashford he categorically deserved to come off. The whole stadium was asking it.
yeah,
Leslie was next to me. Everyone in the stadium, look, Rashford has to come off. And people can say, "Oh, he assisted for Hoyland," but the ball was out. So how can we clearly give him credit when something's
yeah.
already out? Like,
It's
if
not a
it wasn't
goal.
out, then I'd give him credit. But something that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, but I look at it and I think, you know what, man? I think Ten Hag's stubbornness will probably be his downfall. And I think ultimately, when I look at the fact that he's being stubborn to not bring on certain players because he has favourites, I hate to say it, but you know what I mean. Like there may be that going on at the football club where certain players are just having, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, you know what, we can let it slide.
Yeah.
I can let it slide because you
Yeah.
know what, you're Ten Hag. No, shouldn't be the case, really, should it? When you
No.
actually deep it, shouldn't be really the case. Shouldn't be getting a slide, should he?
And this
You
is and
know,
this is it.
so
And I think there's a fine line between so fans, there's a fine line between criticizing a manager and wanting a manager out. And I think people can't see the distinction in sometimes that you can criticize the manager because the manager is there to be criticized when you feel he's not doing the right things. And I think Ten Hag lacked
yeah,
a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? He lacked a lot of forthright and thinking clearly in some of the substitutions and decisions he made today. But people think when you do that,
yeah.
you Ten Hag out, and I think we do back the manager, but you do have a right to say when you think he's done bad, and the manager really has to take the brunt of what went wrong today. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I think he does. I think massively the in-game management cost us when you deep it. Taking off Hoyland, not bringing on Garnacho with what 6 minutes, 4 minutes to go. What are you gonna
Yeah,
do? I know
yeah,
there was a bit where the stoppage, but bro, you got to bring him on earlier. They brought
mhm,
on two, and then one. They were very, very good in their substitutions.
yeah,
They managed the game well with their subs. You know what did we do? Our subs were terrible, man. Our
really
subs
bad.
were awful.
Yeah.
Like at the wrong times as well. Who made it instant? Who made it instant impact? Only Hannibal. That's it.
Yeah. Again, just a quick pot shot, and he goes and scores a goal. And fair play to him for his celebration. I think people are mocking him for that, and I think that's a lot of frustration.
Listen, man,
And
he's a
perhaps
young kid,
young
man.
kid,
He's obviously just emotional. He's like, you know what?
exactly,
Let's get everyone charged up. It's his
exactly.
moment as well because he knows he ain't gonna get another moment when you deep it.
But maybe he should because he performed better than McTominay with his 22 touches. So, but least said about him, the better. We'll just move on
Oh,
quickly to Brighton. I think they do deserve a lot of credit. And
they
again,
do, they do.
they're such a good team, and you look at a team like that, and you look at it and think, bro, why can we not do what they're doing? Like someone said on your channel in the chat, and I didn't pull them up on it. They're like, man for man, we're better, and it's almost like, well, you're playing FIFA there, mate. That's almost Ultimate Team because
Oh,
they do everything. And do you know what? I don't know if you saw it from where you sat. One thing I noticed today,
yeah,
and it's the balance in the two clubs. Brighton's bench,
I
no matter
know.
what they did, were up, G'ing up,
Oh,
giving it all this for
yeah,
everything. A tackle one, like the
yeah,
club
yeah,
are
yeah.
all on the
Spot
same
on,
page. Where
spot on.
United's bench, it's deadly silent. It's nothing is happening.
Deadly,
You
deadly
don't see
silent. You got three,
anything.
four defenders on the bench.
Yeah,
Now, what's that all about? Like, you got three, four defenders on the bench. Like, but it's true though.
it
That's a
is.
joke that when you deep it, like, how is it three, four defenders are on the bench? Come on, man. That
It's
ain't good
mad.
enough.
It's mad.
Yeah,
But
and that epitomizes what we are at the minute. We just A, don't have any options, and B, people are injured and whatnot. But even when they come back, it's like it's a race against time, I think, for me, I really do.
yeah,
I think Ten
yeah,
Hag has got to get this quickly under the wraps. But again, Tottenham are winning. Everyone else is winning.
yeah. Liverpool come
The
back and win
reading.
3-1.
Yeah,
City come back
3-1
from a
mentality.
goal down. Again, it's showing that weak mentality. But yeah, like on Brighton, you were really impressed with them. Impressed with them today, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? They didn't come out of first game. I don't think they played to their maximum potential. But when the fans are singing, we're just too good for you. Like that's damning, man. I
Give
still
us our
can't believe
ball
they
back.
sung that.
Yeah,
We're just too good for you.
yeah, yeah. And apparently he said we want our ball back when we had the ball for a little bit. And I mean,
Uh
it's
that can't happen, man.
it's disgusting.
I'm
You saw
sorry, man. That I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to be involved in all of that. I
no.
really don't, man.
It's embarrassing,
I don't want to
but
be involved.
we've been embarrassed a lot as Manchester United fans, and rival fans will watch this and see that and think we deserve it. When United fans like me and you, Mancunian born and bred. Not that that means
Exactly.
anything. Not
Yeah,
that that
yeah.
means anything, but we sort of we live the Manchester culture and we have that sort of Manchester United on our doorstep. We're very lucky to have that on our doorstep, and you know
Yeah, of course.
so some could say you feel it a little bit more because you're around Mancunians all your life, City and United Mancunians, and we have to say we're in a period of this club is killing us. And I feel like at times I was coming away from Old Trafford today in my car, and I had to put on some
Yeah.
uplifting music to get me out of the funk I'm in.
Bro, do what you gotta do, man.
I
I'm
was I
telling
was stuck,
you.
I was stuck in traffic, and I'm fans are walking by me, and I'm looking, I'm thinking, bro, I genuinely can't remember when this club really made me like genuinely happy. Like I remember being ecstatic, and last season was good, and I remember we went to Old Trafford. We was looking forward to games, but I think we all felt it was gonna come to an end at some point, and For
Yeah.
you, I mean, other than the obvious, and that's the Glazers going, how can we get this club back to being Manchester
Nah.
United?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't want to always just cry Glazers out because I
Yep,
feel like it has to have a meaning. But
yep,
ultimately, until they're gone, it's every sack. And this is
yep,
why, for me, bringing another manager doesn't solve anything.
mhm,
I'm tired of sacking managers.
yep,
Every single time we're back to square one. Ten Hag should have been that guy to kick this club forward, but
yep,
he gets held back by incompetent owners. So I look at it, I think the whole club's a mess. Look at all the shit he's got to deal with. 1 minute it's Sancho, 1 minute it's Anthony, 1 minute it's Aguirre don't want to leave.
mhm.
It's because they know that every manager gets sacked, so they'll get away with it.
Exactly, and this player power, he's trying to change the culture. He's taken over from the supply teacher Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he's the headmaster coming in, and he's trying to change it. And he gets fought every single way. He can't get rid of players that he doesn't want, and he's fighting a losing battle. And I said I fear he could go. The tide could turn so quickly, and these players have done it to several managers. He could really be in some trouble. We'll finish off quickly. You said it a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Ten Hag really needs to change this now quickly, and we know there's no rest. We know that's the first game of three
No rest.
really tricky fixtures.
No rest.
We go away
No
to
rest.
Bayern Munich and their striker wearing Skechers. What do you what do you see? What do you see from that game, mate? Do you see anything positive that we can get from the Allianz on Wednesday?
Bro, listen, I'll be there, but I'll be there probably just to just to just to appreciate the stadium and we've got Champions League football.
Yeah,
Other than that, it's not looking good, man. I can't lie to you. They might turn it on. I watched them the other night. They didn't look great,
yeah.
but
No,
you don't have to be great to beat Man United.
as it's shown all this season, mate, as we've seen. But no, mate, enjoy Bayern. I hope we get something, make
Thank
that
you.
trip a little bit better for you. Please come back though, because you're jet setting all over the world.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
might-
Now I'll come back. I'll come back.
hey,
Don't worry. Yeah, I
Saeed
mean, United
Saeed
won't push me
TV
that far.
Saeed TV might turn German, mate, after that game. So we have to.
Bro, I'm telling you, it might end up, man. It might end up turning German. It's crazy. Crazy.
No, but seriously, mate, I appreciate you spending
Uh
some time with me. Big up for coming on the channel. It's a pleasure to have you here, mate.
Come on, man.
But no, I shouldn't have to say it. You should already know who it is. It's Saeed TV, the big man on campus. Make sure you're checking out. His link will be in the description.
Love,
Go
bro.
subscribe to him. 70k. He's absolutely 71k. Really, he's smashing it now. And yeah, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, Manchester United can get a decent result. I'll have a preview, obviously, before the Champions League game. And
Come
yeah,
on.
like a video, subscribe to the channel. Like I say, it's something I'm
Make
really
sure you do
passionate
that.
about.
Come on.
And hopefully we can get a bigger squad for Double A FC. I'll see you on the next one. And yeah, just try and look for better days as a Man United fan. We'll see you.
Better days. Take care.